Next we're going to continue with the DFA problems. Now if you check the problem, we have construct a DFA that accepts language L over sigma equal to a comma b such that L is a set of all strings starting with a or bb. That means in the problem statement now we have two substrings given, either this or that, so we have to consider both the cases. So if you observe, this is of length 2 and again this is of length 2. Now the first step is to calculate the number of states. So as usual we'll calculate it. Number of states equal to n plus 2. As this is the starting with some substring type of problem, so we require one more state to represent the dead state. So here n, we can say the length of the substring given in the problem statement, either this or that. So we can say that it is 2 plus 2, that is 4. Out of this 4, 1 is to represent the dead state. So we remained with the three states. So we have to represent them. But before that we can say the language, which consists of, it is said like it should start with A or BB. So if it is starting with A, we can say that A is a substring or A is there in that language. We can have triple A, we can have double A B, we can say A B, we can have A B A, we can have A B A B A, we can have A B B A. So if you observe, all of these substrings are starting with A. So we can say that they are fulfilling our conditions. And also in the same language, what it is said is starting with A or BB. So here we have to include, here we consider the part of A starting with A. So we can have any number of strings, but later on we can say that we have starting with BB also. So we have to consider that part also. So we can say BB is there. We can have BBA, we can have BBB, we can have BBAB, we can have BBBA, we can have BBAAAB, we can have BBABAB. Like this we can include the strings inside the language. Now we are ready with the language. Number of states are there. We have to draw the DFA. Now first we'll consider the first part, that is string starting with A. So number of states required are 4, out of which 1 will be our dead state. So we have Q0, Q1 and Q2 will be our final state. Now this is the initial state. Now if you observe the string given in the problem statement, that is A, so we have to represent the transition like this, from Q0 to Q1 A, and again from Q1 to Q2 we have A. Now if you observe the language, we have A, then triple AA, again 1A, AAB, AAAB, AABA. If you observe, after A we can say that we have any combination of A's, any combinations of B's. So if we have something like this, that means any combinations of A's or B's or zeros and ones, we have to represent like this with the help of a loop. So I'm going to put the loop on the final state, because after A, whatever string will get formed, that will end on the final state. So now if we check the strings which are acceptable over it, we can say that A starting with initial state reaching to the final state. So A is acceptable. Triple A, it is acceptable. Next AAB, it is also acceptable. Third one, next fourth one, AAAB, so it is also acceptable. Next one, AABA, next one AABABA, AABABA. So we can say this is also acceptable. Now we have done with the first part, that is strings starting with A, but we have remained with strings starting with BB. So it is the case like we have to start with Q0 and we have to end on Q2. So what I'll do is I'll take one more state, that is Q3. So I'll pass the input B from Q0 to this Q3 for string for B, and this one is for the next B. So we can say that we are starting from initial state B, and then B, we are reaching to the final state. So we can say that BB is acceptable over it. And what we said, after BB we can have any combinations of A's and B's if you observe the language, or if you check this case we had the same thing. So we can say that by going this way you can say that the strings are starting with A. If you go by this way we can say that the strings are starting with BB. So whatever was given in the problem statement was achieved. So we can say that this is our final DFA. But before completing it, we have to check each of the state whether it is giving input for all the symbols or not. If you check Q0, it is giving input for A, input for B. Q1 is having input for A but not for B. So we have to pass that input to the date state for B. Q2 is having both the inputs. Next, Q3 is giving input for B, not for A, so we'll pass it to date state. Now we have remained with the date state, so we have to pass A comma B to the same state. So this will be our final DFA. Thank you.